What's going on, guys? We got ourselves a 3-valve Mustang here. This is my third 3-valve Mustang because I just love them so much. Mostly the body style. The engine's kind of an ugly stepchild of an engine from Ford. Yeah, the 3 valves are notorious for phaser issues, variable cam timing stuff. It gets kind of wonky in there, especially with high miles, which this thing has. 180,000 to be exact. The wife really misses Flay. She really misses the Type R we had, and I miss having a Mustang, so we got this. What else can I tell you about it? It's $3,500. It ran and drove. The exhaust is absolutely mangled under there. The cats have been cut open, gutted, and not sealed back up, and then the exhaust is dumped out the sides. No mufflers, no cats. Pretty gross, actually. I bought the car. It had a sputter, is the reason why it was cheap. The previous owner could not figure out why you apply the throttle and it would sputter and want to die, but if you were easy with it, it would drive. No check engine light, no codes. So this is the car. I'm currently working on stuff. I'll show you guys in a minute. But I got really dirty wheels. Tires would probably need changed. This side doesn't look as bad until you get, let me get back over here. Until you get here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's good stuff. Yeah, nice and beat up. You'll notice you don't see exhaust tips back here. I love the license plate though. That was a sign. This side, big old dent right here. And some more dents right there. And we got a little bit of Midwest rot going on these little wheels we got here. We'll see how long those last. Very minor spots of rust along the top. So yeah, got a little aftermarket headlights. They need to be aimed up because they're kind of pointed down pretty bad. Aftermarket grill action being zip tied in place. So that's the car. Well, I paid the guy the money. We drove it all the way home. First thing I thought, high mileage 3-valve, spark plugs are happening. So I got cocky. I was texting people. I'm doing all the spark plugs on this side. They're all coming out. They look nasty, but they're coming out. I'm texting people, how many people are brave enough to change these? Well, I get on this side and they all but one freaking broke off. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic right here, but I'm trying to get this out here. So yeah, all but one broke. And I had to go buy the Lyle tool to get them out. These two cylinders, this is all unplugged, so I just did a compression test, but these two came out. This one did not. I had to mangle the hell out of this cylinder, and apparently I didn't get all the metal out of the cylinder because now it's a little beat up. Yeah, the car would run, it would idle just fine. It would drive very similarly to how it did earlier, but instead of sputtering and dying, it would just have no power at all. And then you would get the flashing check engine light for a misfire. I'm like, well, it's probably that cylinder right there. So we messed around with it. I explored some other options, like maybe it was actually fine and there was some like variable cam timing shit going on. I don't know, because like it would idle fine, it would drive easy from a stoplight just fine, but once you got past like 35-40 miles an hour, it would fall on its face as if some kind of strategy was changing with the cams or something, and it wasn't working at that point. So I was thinking that way, and yeah, I got a code one time for the cam phaser on this side not being happy. So I thought maybe the VCT stuff wasn't working great. It turns out the car was a little bit lower on oil than it should have been. It had enough, but it was low. Topped it off, no change in behavior. because the oil is, these things are very sensitive to oil levels and how clean it is because of how those solenoids work for the VCT. So I took off this valve cover, I took out the solenoid, I took the screens out, I cleaned it out, the plunger moves freely, I put it back. I didn't do this side yet though, because my Torx bit that I used for that VCT solenoid fell down the front timing cover. Yay! So I have a borescope down there, I have a magnet, I'm trying to get it, I'm pulling it up. It catches on something that falls down further. And it got to where I couldn't reach it, but I could touch it, and I knocked it down into the oil pan, and away she goes. So it's just chilling down there now. Engine does spin freely. I actually drove it after that, so it's fine. It's just chilling down there. But I did finally do a compression test. Instead of doing every single cylinder, I did like the 4 corners. Driver's side was like 160 each, which is good. This back corner was like 120, so like a little bit lower, but not bad enough for me to worry about on a car with this many miles. But this one, the one that we had problems with, had absolutely zero compression. It wouldn't even tick at all. It was just free spinning, nothing. So that's telling me there's a valve hung in there, I think. So I'm going to investigate. We're going to take this cover off and see what kind of activities we're going to find in here. So I'll get back to you. One sec. All right, we are back. I got my valve cover down there on the ground. We'll take a look in here. This is what a 3-valve looks like. 3 valves. So to my shock, there's nothing wrong visibly from this point of view. The markings on these cam lobes are just visible only. This is 180,000 miles, guys. It's gonna have a mark on there from where the roller rolls. But you take your fingernail and I got nothing on here. My followers are in place. For you pushrod guys, this would be your rocker arms, essentially. The springs look okay, from what I can tell. I can't really get my camera down here very good, but I got a good look at that bottom one, because you have 2 up top, 1 down here, is how these cylinders work. That's how they stack the 3. So I'm starting to question if I did my compression test right. So take a look at what I got over here. I got a little Harbor Freight special, and because of these 3-valve cylinders, the spark plugs are way down in there, and it's not like a normal size. I couldn't get any of these adapters to really work, so I was using this thing, and this rubber seal is pushed up off the base there, but I was using this and just holding it down, and it was measuring good. I got good compression on this side, I was down a little bit on the other, but I noticed that number 1 cylinder that I was having issues with was reading 0 PSI, and I picked it back up and I saw this. I'm like, well, that's probably why. So I came over here and I switched, because I was in a hurry. I had my wife helping me, she had work to do. I grabbed this one instead, and I had the valve cover on still, and I'm not sure that I got this in there very well. So I think I'm gonna need to reaccomplish my compression test when I have help again, because I'm not seeing much and I don't have enough evidence for me to pull this head off and investigate the face of the valves, which very well could be the issue. The valve could have been smacked by some debris that was left in there. It could have bent a valve, I don't know. But at this point, I'm gonna stand still until I have some more help. But I did touch this chain, and it's not the best. That's a little loose. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the solenoid and clean it out like I did the other side, because I'm gonna use this instead of a bit on a drill like I did on the other side, like an idiot. Yeah, God let me get away with that one time. Not gonna do it again. But yeah, that's really loose. So we'll see about that. Yeah, high mileage 3-valve shit, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this out. This will be a progress video. So, did we buy a clapped out 3-valve? Yes we did. An actual clapped out 3-valve.